people of the internet. Ian Altosaar, the Freedom Astrologer, once again here and bringing you a little dose of freedom or a little slice of freedom, whichever one you prefer. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about astrology a little bit, but the main focus of this video is going to be on how to actually learn something, get results at something, to kind of focus on something that what you want to achieve in this world, in this material world. And this video, kind of like the motivation behind it, was my own suffering. And with this fast-paced world we're living in, there's so much information, social media, gadgets, all these social media platforms, all these videos, all this information, all these blog posts, whatever it is. There's a influx of constant new, old, whatever information coming your way, into your brain, coming into your consciousness, coming into your energy field. So that can overload us, and our minds can scatter quite quickly, and really hard to kind of focus on something that you actually want to do and actually want to achieve. And this is one of the reasons why I was like, okay, I need a system for myself. And I thought I would share this system that I kind of developed for myself with you as well. Whether you're like an astrology student or studying astrology, want to know more about astrology, I think if we want to bring astrology into this theme and topic, I think it can be really well used to learn more about astrology, to go more deeper into astrology with. And because, when we're talking about astrology in general, there are many branches of astrology. There are many fields of astrology. One thing that works in one kind of field of astrology really doesn't work the same in another one. Let's say, mundane astrology and psychological astrology doesn't really translate always directly into financial astrology, for example. So there are many layers, many different fields where you might want to go to. And I'm going to present this system that I developed actually for myself to you, so you can take it and use it if you want to in your studies, in your kind of endeavors, because you can use it for other matters as well, because every kind of field is quite big and quite vast. And if you want to get really nitty-gritty and learn something you really enjoy, and start getting results in something that you really enjoy, you need to usually double down on some, like, the specific area. So let's start from the beginning. And first and foremost, it's really important to understand where you're at, kind of identify where you're at currently in this moment, during this time. Where do you want to go from here? What do you actually want to do? What do you enjoy doing? And maybe you're already in the field that you enjoy, but maybe there's something is lacking, you're not enjoying it so much anymore. What kind of what's the word I'm looking for? I'm drawing a blank on this word, but what is the thing that gets your kind of motor running and gets you excited about things? But you might not have yet the necessary skills to do, or necessary skills or experience to go towards. So this is one of the first things. You need to understand, where do you want to go, what do you want to do. And obviously, the more specific it can be for you, the better it is. And I will share my kind of where I'm at with that as well, and my kind of where this came from was I wanted to start getting better at kind of doing everyday mundane predictions. I had some kind of almost like apprehension towards it, but now I'm starting to do more daily, more weekly predictions, and going to really double down on what it is to kind of do astrology, be astrology every day in these really small movements and bigger movements in astrology as well, because there's a constant movements of bigger influences, smaller influences. So this was one of the things that I wanted to do and start doing, because I do enjoy it, and there was a lot of apprehension towards from my own kind of understanding and kind of ways of approaching things. And I identified, okay, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm going to do. And next thing is actually saying it out loud, actually kind of forming the thing that you want to do. And for me, it was also important, like that the thing that I do there with astrology, with the things that I'm conveying to people, that it's useful, that is kind of beneficial spiritually, emotionally, financially, practically, kind of that the information I'm giving to people through these videos, through these ways of being, and this information that I'm conveying, that is useful, practical, in every kind of way, spiritual, emotional, like I said, for human beings. And again, I really recommend you dissect it down. Why do you want to do it? Why is it important? Obviously, it's good to have, because when we go towards these matters of what we like to do, is, do I enjoy doing it? And for me, it's something I really enjoy doing. I really enjoy talking. I really enjoy speaking about these matters. I enjoy kind of dissecting harder topics, and I enjoy giving people understanding and information that helps them in their life. So for me, it was kind of easy, couldn't identify and declare it out loud. You can bring a spiritual component. I do like that part here as well, is like really saying it as a prayer, depending on where you're at with that. You don't have to do it, but I do recommend it. Now, a lot of the next part is starting to look for people who have done it, or have at least done something similar, because sometimes you're going to do something that is, a bit different, bit new. Even you're going to be bringing something entirely new that is maybe strange for human society, but there's still somebody, somewhere, who has probably done something similar, or kind of similar to it, and they've kind of mapped out the path, mapped out at least some of the path, and they have valuable information, valuable knowledge that can help you get there faster. So this is also important, to look for good mentors that have done or done something similar that you are really wanting to do. So I really, again, when you go, when you start looking for these mentors, sorry, when you start looking for these mentors, just one of the main criteria for me is have they gotten results in the field or the thing that I'm wanting to do? Have they done it? And have they got this, like, the story behind it, how they did it? And this, if they have at least some of that, it's already pretty good. Now the second part is like, do I really like them? Are they kind of, as human beings, do they seem good? For lack of a better word, and do I enjoy kind of learning from them as well? Now, anything else, if you find that good, anything else, I usually just cut out, because again, there are many people usually doing things around that area where you want to go, or where you want to move towards. Just, you need to pick the ones that you enjoy learning from, and kind of, at least parts of what they're doing are enticing for you, and block everything else. Get everything else out of it, out of your consciousness, out of your energy, because again, if you say yes to everything, you're going to be having this problem of, oh, this video sounds interesting, oh, this title of this video, oh, I want to know this video, I want to look at this thing, I want to, read this one, da 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 da. So if it goes to that, you're never going to really focus and double down, and you're going to be all scattered. It's hard to get very focused results there. So I usually keep it at a minimum, like 1, 2, maybe 3 people that I like to learn from during one moment in time. Kind of focus, do that, get that one under my belt, understand it, learn it, and then, again, repeat the process, obviously. Now, during, right now in social media, it's easy to kind of already to block channels, to kind of let some channels be, not, under YouTube recommendations, for example, just say no and stuff like that. So you can use these algorithms actually for you as well. You don't have to go only with the energy of the algorithm, so to speak. Now, once you block the thing, once you got, clear on what it is that you want to do, you got the mentor, you got video, really important. When you got the video, or when you got the information, maybe it's a book, maybe it's a blog. Now, this is the time to really double down and go into that information, because, again, focus on that specific information. Right now, I'm recording this during Mercury retrograde, so there's a lot of information coming your way, but it's also a time to kind of focus on during, especially during Mercury retrograde, but always when you look, when you, God, it's the worst. It's a Mercury retrograde. When you finally have that information, the piece that you've chosen, take that and focus on that. Go deeply into it. Take notes on what it is that your chosen mentor has said. Write it down. Record it somehow. Because when you write it down, when you take it slowly, you go into the information, you start to really understand. Because if you just, put it on when you're cooking or when you're driving, yes, it little bits and pieces you pick up still, I'm not denying that. But once you slow down and start to really digest the information, really understand the information, because it's not only good enough to listen to it, but it's also important to really understand what this person has done to get where they are at right now. So this is the place where you want to go. And there are nuggets and there are key points in every video, every blog post, every information. You need to pick them out. You need to understand them. And the next part, first, let them settle. So let them be there. Ponder the information. Meditate on the information. Understand that information more deeply, what it's doing, how they did it. Okay, so they did this. Oh, okay, what if I do this? So you let it settle, you let it integrate within your consciousness, within your energy, in your mind, in every area. And now comes I would say, the most important part. You need to start taking action with it. This is the last piece that I got for you. After you've done all that, after you got the information, after you got the kind of advice, after you got the mentors, if you've kind of focused and have the vision, now take the best parts of the information that has been offered to you, that has the promise of, let's say, getting you to the place where you want to go the fastest. Start taking action with it. Start putting things out in the world, creating things, making things. Or sometimes it's not even yet making things or creating things. It's kind of even doing more research and going into that space and da 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 da. But important that you actually do it, and you go to it, make an action. Even you can make a to-do list, like an action step list. Let's say if we're using the example of astrology, let's go through these steps. Let's say you're an astrologer already, and or maybe wanting to be an astrologer, maybe that's even better. Let's say you want to be an astrologer, but you feel like you've done a couple of readings, but maybe they haven't gone so well, or maybe they've gone okay, but you feel like there's some place here or there that you're missing and you want to improve, and maybe you want to be more well versed in relationship astrology, like Sinister and Composite and Davison charts, but you don't really know much about it. But you know now that you want to get better at relationship astrology. So this is the thing. Okay, relationship, I identified that. I want to learn more about relationship astrology because I want to help people have healthier, better, wholesome relationships, and I want to help them understand themselves better in relationships. So this is the kind of like identify, declare part of this astrologer journey. Now, of course, this is the next part is looking for mentors. There are many people who are the astrologers who are really focused on relationship astrology. Go towards those. Get few of them, see what courses they have on offer, see what information they have on offer, start learning from them. Everything else during that time is you don't need it. Block it out. Then start going through the videos, start practicing, start actually doing readings on astrology, and of course, first and foremost, let it settle, understand. I think this is I went a little bit too quickly. When you learn something in astrology, for example, literally in the relationship astrology sphere, or any sphere actually, start making observations externally. See if that's true. See if it's working. See if for somebody, okay, so they have this, that they have that kind of synastry chart or composite chart or whatever. See if it's working. See if the information is, yeah, it kind of makes sense. Or if it doesn't, disregard it. Again, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Once you've done that, and you've gotten a lot of the stuff that is working, and you started, your mind has expanded, your experience has expanded. Now it's time to kind of start taking it to the streets and start making it happen during readings, and offering these kind of products and readings to other people, to or videos, even YouTube videos, to help them understand more about themselves and within relationships, and understand and help them understand better and deeper about their partners and how that dynamic works. So hopefully this makes sense, and hopefully this system kind of helps you if you're an aspiring astrologer, for example, if you're wanting to learn and wanting to kind of advance yourself in some area of your life. I hope this video helps. Ian Altosaar Freedom Astrologer ending for now. Like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Leave comments. Is it working for you? Is it helping? I'm always curious to hear if this stuff is working for you, is it getting you results. And see you again soon. Next video.